We are recording January 26th. So we have 5 days left this month. I am just going to be totally honest and transparent. I've been a terrible, whoa, stop. I've been a terrible coach this month because I have just let excuses get the best of me, and I have not done all of the follow-ups and invites that I intended to do. So I'm actually going to take this weekend, nothing like waiting till the last minute, to do that and do follow-ups. And I decided, I was kind of going back through my posts over the last, how you look in your memories and things pop up. And I'm like, man, I do this self-love group every month in February. Maybe I should do another self-love group. Like, it's a 28-day month. It gives people 4 weeks to jump in and, get started with a fitness routine. And I typically work people through like 21-day fix or, shift shop or some kind of 3-week program. And I'm like, well, that would be perfect because that would give us a good full 3 weeks and then kind of a bonus week at the end. And granted, the month ends on a Thursday. I would just wrap it up on that Friday, the 1st. So I started to put my feelers out there, and I had a little bit of interest, and I figured, okay, well, last night, I'll just go all in and see what happens. And I've had a lot of traction, and I have a script for it. I actually have 2 scripts that I've used in the past for doing a self-love group. And I wasn't going to do a new group every month this year. I was like, nope, I don't want to do it. It's just, there's a lot of whatever. But I also think, okay, what about all those people that joined the gym on January 1st that still haven't gone to the gym? Or all those people that said they were going to do something and still haven't done anything and are still trying to figure it out, or have bumped along, for the last couple of weeks, not really finding their groove, or maybe they started doing the keto diet and then they figured out how stupid it was to try to not eat any carbs, and they were mad and tried, lost 10 pounds and then gained it all back. So, and I also just love doing that group. I always read The Gifts of Imperfections with that group, and I do it as a book club. And for people that buy a challenge pack, I send them a free copy of the book. And I just...
What book was it? What book?
The Gifts of Imperfection by Brene Brown. I think this is the 3rd year in a row. It might even be the 4th year in a row that I've done this group. But I put a post out last night, and I had a lot of good feedback. I wasn't planning on posting anything last night. And then at 9:45, I was like, I need to do something. How many moms are home on Friday night scrolling Facebook? Okay, I'm going to put a post out for them. So that's what I did. And I had a lot of response. I posted a little bit in my stories a couple times, and I've had some response. So I have about 12 follow-ups to do today. In regards to that. So I also wanted to, I'm going to share my Insta stories that I did this morning for that group specific. If anybody wants to do it or wants a copy of the script, or I'm going to run it on the app. I'm literally just going to post every day. There's an image. It says love yourself, day 1. What's your favorite feature about yourself that you love? And there's just a different little affirmation every single day. So I love that group because it really just helps me too, women kind of just get back to appreciating yourself, taking time for yourself, doing something for yourself. And I'm going to share a meal plan every week, the same meal plan that I'm sharing in the rest of my groups. I'm going to share some, healthier recipes for Valentine's Day type stuff. I typically dive into Valentine's Day a little bit and talk about, going out to dinner, healthier options, whatever. And then I do encourage them to, if they're not already using On Demand and Shakeology, to get back on that at least for the 30 days. And if they want a free copy of the book, okay, great. Well, here you can sign up with a bundle and get a free copy of the book. And I do the book club. So I just encourage them. Let me see if I have that book down here. No, I have no idea where it is. That's great. I'm probably going to have to buy another copy of the book because I probably lost it. So yeah, I just try to get through a couple chapters a week in that book, and it's a quick, short read. I think it's probably like 150, 160 pages, and it's doable for a month. So if anyone don't feel like you have to, but I am still not at my goal for the month, so I'm like throwing things out and seeing what sticks. And this is probably the most traction I've had on some posts in a long time. So I feel pretty good about that. So I'm going to share my stories. I'll share the scripts. I'll just create a little post with the stories, and I'll put in the comments the scripts for that. So just a second, guys. What's up?
I was messaging my grandpa and grandma, and I asked her if she got a house yet, and she said she did, and that's the house.
Yeah, pretty cool, huh?
She said we can take a boat ride to the beach.
We can. That'd be awesome. Is anybody else planning on doing a February group?
I mean, I run my groups monthly, so I will do like my regular February group, and it's like usually themed around loving yourself. But I mean, I love your idea. I just don't know about like running an additional group.
Right.
Because I feel overwhelmed already right now. I don't know, because I'm assuming you're opening up this to people who are not doing.
I'm not going to.
Not specific to fitness and nutrition, right?
I am. I'm encouraging like, so I did it in my stories.
I'll have to look.
I'm going to want them to be on a program in Shakeology. Because.
Oh, so it is a requirement to be. Okay.
Now, if they are like, absolutely not, I'm like, if they're a really hard no for anything beyond like a 30-day subscription to BOD, then I'm not going to be like, well, screw you, see you later. Like, I'm still going to.
Right.
But I'm going to start with, because I'm going to share a lot of Shakeology recipes in there, like Valentine's Day type Shakeology, chocolate strawberry type.
Okay, so that's basically what I do for February anyways. You just probably have a really cute script, and I like wing it every month.
It's, I have two scripts, and one of them, I think I put one of them together, and the other one is something that I got from somebody a while ago, and I used it, and I had a lot of good.
I mean, I have like my post that I did last year, because I used the app, so they're all in there. So I usually just recycle those every year.
I'll post it in the comments.
And I'm happy to share those. Did you say you're using the app this time?
I think I'm just going to do the app.
Because I can add you to my group then, and then we can just swap stuff if you want.
Okay.
And that goes for anybody who uses the app. I don't mind ever adding anybody to my group so you can steal my posts. That's what Sarah and I do, and we steal from each other all the time.
Well, I've been stealing Michaela's. Michaela, your post this morning, I was like, ooh, I think I'm going to use that today.
Oh, good. I didn't know. I don't know. I don't remember
what I posted. Oh, the obedience, tracking by obedience, not by the scale. Well, I've been copying and pasting my posts from Facebook into a Google Doc, and I meant to upload it the other night before class, and I didn't end up doing it. I'll do it this weekend. And then as I post my posts, I will copy and paste them into that document so anybody can steal. I mean, I know that you guys use the app, but if you like want to copy them.
Yeah. Thank you.
You guys could do the same for when I have writer's block.
Okay, so wait.
And I've never been a plagiarizer, but I've been going to like other coaches that I know I have no mutual friends with. Like I got one from Jessica Carey that I saved in my notes, and Maria however you say, Shreve. Like those people don't probably follow me. They're not going to know if I took a good post or not. Is that bad?
No.
What was it? Was it the National Wake Up Call, or did I watch somebody this week said something like, if you want to be like a top coach, then you need to post like a top coach. And so she would like watch other top coaches, like how they did their stories and different things. And
it was the National Wake Up Call.
Yeah. And I'm like, which I haven't actually started doing that, but I want to get onto some kind of a schedule, like about actually inviting to the coaching and challenge. I don't know. I feel like right now I'm totally an amateur right now, posting like an amateur?
Well, I would suggest starting small, like I said the other day. Like, just like we tell our challengers, like set a small attainable goal, because that always felt very overwhelming to me to like know what I'm going to post every day. So Sarah and I agreed when we set our goals at the beginning of the year that every Thursday we would post about coaching.
Yeah.
So right now I'm just trying to tackle that.
Me too.
And so far I've been consistent every Thursday this month, posted about coaching, and so is Sarah.
Have you done a sneak peek, or where are you bringing those people to? Or are you just doing like a coaching application and reaching out to them?
Yeah.
Have you had any interest?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, I have. I had somebody fill out my application the other day, which is funny because she was the first person I ever invited like 3 years ago. 3 years later, she's like, okay, I'm interested.
Your posts have been really good, Kelly. Like your coaching posts and like even your images that you're using, like they just
thank you.
work really well together. Yeah.
Oh, good. That's so good. I've been getting a lot of traction, so that's really good.
I think like so much on my brain. Michaela, I was watching your stories this morning, and like I kind of wanted to. I was going to message you and ask you if you would like repeat that for our call today, talking about changing your narrative and like.
Oh yeah, that was like my favorite part of Kim Carver a couple years ago.
Yeah.
So good.
But my Power Thoughts devotional today was the speak it, believe it, receive it. And changing, it's basically like what you put out into the universe is what you're going to get back. So if you think you're going to get fired from your job, then your actions are going to start reflecting that attitude, that mindset, and then your employer is going to notice it, and you're probably going to lose your job. Or if you tell yourself that you have no self-worth and you don't love yourself, and the negative self-talk, then people around you are going to start having those negative feelings about you and treating you the way that you feel like you deserve to be treated. So like I used in my stories, like break it down like this. You say that you're not a morning person. Every day you're like, I'm not a morning person. I'm not a morning person. I can't get up and do what you do, whatever. Well, then you're never going to be a morning person. You're always going to wake up tired and crabby and never going to try to wake up early. You're just never going to attempt to align your goals into that mindset. But if you start telling yourself, even when you don't believe it, I'm a morning person, I'm a morning person, I'm a morning person all day long, then you're going to start setting your alarm early, and you're going to at least start trying to be a morning person, and then the practice is there. So it's just like anything with your business. I think Kelly's been a really good example of that. Like ever since she went and saw Rachel Hollis's Made for More, I feel like there's been a spark in her where she's like, I've been holding myself back. And so she even posted in the group that she's been telling herself that she I can't remember what your actual affirmation was, something about
I mean, I have them on my phone because I read them every day out loud, but something about, like Sarah was saying something about like people just weren't committing.
Right.
And I was like, I've just been telling myself every day, like people want to join my team. They want to commit. They want to be a part of this with me. And I have great momentum. That was one thing I've been saying, the momentum that I have right now is so amazing. And like, I just keep repeating that. And it's so true. Like my momentum is great right now.
Because now your actions align with the narrative that you tell yourself. So instead of sitting here saying, I can't do this, I can't be a coach, I don't have any momentum, and then sitting at your computer saying nobody wants to join me, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, please. She has the momentum, the attitude that people do want to join me and I can do this. And then she has that confidence when she goes in to message people and make her posts every day. And, with my post this week, it was, I hold myself back all the time, and I mutter underneath my breath, like, oh yeah, I coach on the side, like almost kind of ashamed of it. And it's like, if I'm ashamed of it, why would anybody want to join me? If I'm not going to scream it from the rooftop that I'm a business owner and that I'm helping people change their lives, why would anybody want to join me? And it's like, but it's literally a daily thing that you have to do. You have to daily tell yourself those affirmations. I wrote it down on a post-it note. This is the first year I've ever done a vision board, and I do believe it's helping me mentally. And then next to that, I have like affirmations that I'm telling myself. And it's like, you have to start inside with what you're telling yourself if you ever want to change anything about your life, Okay, I'll be back. There.
Can I do an Insta story and steal everything you just said?
Yeah.
And pretend that it's my idea?
Yes, you can.
Good. I'm gonna take some notes.
So like she said, Kim Carver, we went to that leadership with the Dream Team in Destin a couple years ago. And that was exactly what Kim Carver had talked about, was like, if you believe it, you will achieve it, basically. Like, whatever you believe about yourself, that's the narrative that you have for yourself. And like, that held me back from coaching the first couple years, because I was so like nervous, like worried about what other people were going to think of me. Like, I had family members like judging me and like telling me things that like no nice, respectable family member should tell you,
My
about,
family still does that 3 years later.
like, when are you going to get a real job? Why did you go to nursing school? Like, blah, 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 stuff like that, that I'm like, this is not, your opinion of me is none of my business, and like,
Kayla said that the other day too.
yeah. And just over the last few years, like, I really had to get over that and make a decision. Like, do I really want to do this and make something of this? Or do I really want to just sit back and like watch other people and like let my jealousy fester because I'm not allowing myself to truly be who I want to be? So positive affirmations are everything. We know that. And not just for those of us on the call, but for those that are listening to the recording too, whether you're a brand new coach, or, you've been coaching for a while, it's just extremely important to believe in yourself and believe in this. And we know that it works. We know that like we get results. We know that accountability makes a huge difference. And it's extremely difficult when people don't commit or they do commit, but then they don't do anything in the group. And then you're frustrated because it's like, well, then you doubt yourself as a coach and you're like, am I not doing enough for them? Am I not sharing enough? Am I not connecting enough? And unfortunately, like, that's not on us, that's on other people. And we can be the 100% best coach we can be. And there are just going to be people that are not going to do what we think that they might want to do. And I think, not that I would ever want to suggest lowering expectations for other people, but knowing that like, hey, there are other people that are going through some stuff. And no matter how many times I say, post your sweaty selfie in the group, they're just never going to post a sweaty selfie in the group. And I have to be okay with that. And I have to know that like, maybe they're getting everything from just watching all of the posts and they're silently losing the weight, getting in shape, feeling better about themselves, because they're just watching and waiting. And I saw this quote the other day. I can't remember. I think I talked about it in one of the groups yesterday. Oh my gosh. Come on, phone. Let me just read it real quick. You inspire people who pretend to not even see you. Trust me. And that kind of sticks with me because, so many times we're like, I don't even know if I should post this. I don't even know if anybody's going to care. Like, I didn't get any likes on that post. Nobody commented on that post. And you inspire people who pretend to not even see you. Trust me. Like, I can't tell you how many times that's happened, that somebody has said like, I've been watching you for 3 years and I'm finally ready to, and like, I don't want to say like, oh, well, you're going to have to wait 3 years until you find a customer. But sometimes it takes a little bit more time for people to just watch and understand that like, this is positivity here. It's not like a salesperson. It's positivity. It's accountability. And that makes a world of difference. So anyway, does anybody have any victories they want to share for the week? Personal victories, business victories.
I'm learning how to actually follow people on Instagram.
Share more, please. What are you doing?
I GTS that.
Yeah.
I actually started, I Googled the Captivate app to learn that. And then I was kind of like, well, I don't necessarily know if I need the app to do that. But I've gone up 8 followers in 24 hours all by myself without paying somebody. So I don't know. Sometimes when you like hear things, you don't understand it, so you still just don't do it. But once you understand it and it clicks, then you're like, oh, okay, I got that. And then it's easier to do. So it's kind of with that whole like mindset and all that. Like you just have to get out there and try. But so I'm proud of that. That was good.
What are you doing exactly, if you don't mind sharing?
So I basically so the girl, it was an It Works distributor that I watched, but she was like, if you follow a chick, like let's say you pick like a really pretty girl that posts fitness stuff or whatever. If you follow her, think about who's going to be following her. It's going to be a lot of dudes. Like the dudes are going to be watching her, right? But if you go to like a guy, so like for me, some of my guilty pleasures are Vanderpump Rules and The Real Housewives of like Beverly Hills. And I feel, give me 1 second, please. Did you pick up the blocks? My boys cleaned up their playroom. That's what they wanted me to go upstairs for. And now he just cleaned up blocks. They're cleaning. So I should stop ignoring them. But so I go to like Jax Taylor, for instance. That's who I went to. Jax Taylor is one of the D-bags on Vanderpump. But obviously girls are watching Vanderpump and watching him. So I went under his post, and his very first picture, I went to his likes and I started following those people. And I look at the pictures. So if the picture is like the profile picture's logo, I'm not going to do that. If it's a dude, I'm not going to do that. I'm not saying that if they're, I mean, I just kind of look at, I don't go into their profile. I'm not going to waste time doing that. But then I go to like the Real Housewives and I'm like, okay, Kyle Richards. I feel like there's probably not a lot of dudes that follow Kyle Richards. I feel like that's more of a housewife or woman show that follows. So I went under her likes and started following some of those women. And the point of Captivate, that app, give me 1 second, baby, put them up. The point of Captivate is that it can do it for you. So you go in there and you can follow up to 40 people an hour. But if you click on more than 40 people, you can save them to your local queue, or you can pay for the iCloud queue. And so then you go in every hour and you can hit the like activate or whatever, and then it will do it for you, or you can go into sleep mode and it will do it throughout the night, like on its own. So it's just a matter on if you want to go in there and manually do it or not. Now, from this point, I haven't finished the video. I don't know where you go back. Like, so I follow them and then I hope that they come back and follow me. But then I guess at that point, I just need to start interacting with them. So Ashley, is that where, like I feel like you said once before, when in the morning when you're doing your like morning poop, you'll sit on your phone and look at whoever like started following you back, and then what do you click on them and go to their page and like and comment on a few things?
Yep, I do that exactly. And like 3 likes and a comment typically, or 2 likes and a comment. And
wait, say that again. Can you rewind for a second? Michaela, what did you say Ashley does while she's pooping?
Okay, so I go in, right. So I go in and I like follow people. Well, then, so the next day, and this is what I have not done yet because this is still very new to me, is you hit your heart down here and it comes up with like the notifications of like who followed you or commented. And I'm guessing from here that if it's like the blue one, it says Daisy Suarez. She's not the famous one, started following me. So then I would go under her profile and I would like and comment. You said 3 likes and 1 comment?
Yeah, like 2 to 3 likes and a comment. So I just like pick a couple of their pictures and, you know, usually in their top 9 pictures that are showing, and like a couple of their pictures. And if it's like a fitness picture, like I'll look at it and read it and make sure it's not like hashtag Beachbody Coach, hashtag 21 Day Fix, you know, like they're already doing something. But like if it's like a, I don't know, if it's like a fitness post, a lot of times I'll like comment and I'll be like, awesome girl, like keep doing what you're doing. And then I'll send a message and be like, dude, awesome. Like I love, you know, that you're posting your,
am I saying that right? Like, so you go to people that started following you, and then those are the people that you go in and interact. Now, do you write down those names?
Not at all. Nope, I don't track any of that stuff.
Do you only track once they start watching your stories or like or comment?
I want to say yes, but that's not always true. But usually if it's something that like I've engaged with them a little bit more, or like they've, you know, if they've followed all of my coaching stories and like haven't clicked out of it, like that's somebody that I'll put in my notes on my phone and be like, check back in with this person. And then I'll just start a conversation with them at some point. Like nothing like, hey, I saw you liked all my coaching stories. Do you want to be a coach on my team? Like I send them a message and I'm like, hey girl, I just wanted to tell you, like, I appreciate the love. I see you popping up in my stories and I'm really glad that we're getting to know each other a little bit better. Tell me something about you, you know, and just extremely simple, non, you know, pushy or anything like that.
That makes sense. And then that person goes on to a tracker.
Probably, yeah. most likely if I'm on my game, but if I'm not, then I'm just
Well, okay, so that's what you're supposed to track.
Like if I'm out or something, you know, like if I'm like in the pickup line at school and I have a couple minutes to like scroll through, you know, my Instagram, I just take a screenshot of their name. So that way when I go back through to delete my pictures, then I put their name into like my notebook or whatever.
When you go back to delete your pictures.
Like, you know, when you take a bunch of pictures and then you.
Oh,
like,
gotcha.
I try to do that every.
Yeah, I have like 18,000 pictures. I need to clean that out.
I'm trying to get better about deleting those every couple days, like deleting ones that I've already used. Like, why am I keeping this picture? Like, I know, and it's
technically the only pictures. When I go through to delete a bunch of them, the only pictures I save are pictures of my kids and stuff that I want to keep. I don't keep any of my fitness stuff because it's on my store. I mean, it's going to show up on my Time Hop.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So, Amanda, are you frozen or are you working or do you have questions?
I'm just surviving.
How are you feeling?
The mornings they're getting a little rough. So
Are you getting pukey?
Just nauseated. I haven't like puked yet, but hi. You can hold it. So I don't know. I worked out. I'm waiting for my like banana to settle. So.
Oh. Does the Instagram stuff make sense for you?
Yeah, I do that. That's what I do. Mm-hmm. I followed. There was a training I watched, and I don't even know where it was. I kind of do it a little bit different. Shh. Go upstairs. Go get Daddy. You have food? Great. Okay, go eat it. You fed the dogs? Good job. I kind of do it like that. I also, if like I go follow friends of friends too, and as soon as I follow them, I actually like will go through and like 3 pictures and probably comment on a couple of them just to show like that initial engagement. And I found like probably 50 or 60% of the time they're starting to follow back. So, and then they're starting to watch my stories. Once I see them watching my stories, you know, a couple days over and over, then I'll just send them like a, hey, thanks for watching my stories, showing me some love. I know we haven't really talked yet, but I'm excited to get to know you. So, and that seemed to really get more traction than what I had done before. So.
Nice. See, you're already better than I am. I'm like almost 4 years deep and I'm just figuring it out.
It's not like showing any success yet though. So.
Change your narrative. People are successful.
True.
People want to be on your team.
It's a hard mindset is so hard. And it like literally is a daily thing that you have to do.
It can be like different for me. It's different throughout the day too. Like I can be killing it one moment and then something else can happen and my mind goes in a different way. So
I hear that.
Yep. Michaela, will you, I don't know where she went. Will you share that video somewhere? Oh, there she is.
I watched one from an It Works girl too. I don't think it was that one though.
Michaela, did you get that?
What?
I actually wanted to know if you could share that video that you watched.
Oh yeah, yes. 4 blocks, put it away. The one about the Insta or the Captivate.
Whichever, yeah, I think so, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it was one about caffeine. I haven't finished it. It was like 20 something minutes, but yeah, I'll share it. It just, for me, like sometimes just seeing something, like, and it's, yeah. So, and then like I'll think that I get it, and then like in a week I'm like, I don't get it. So,
That's how I am too. I'll feel really confident about it, and then I'm like, wait, is this what I'm supposed to be doing?
yeah, but yeah, I'll share it. It was, like I said, the girl that was making the video was a little annoying, and she's an It Works person, but an MLM's an MLM, so I mean, she's technically still trying to build a network just like we are.
Yeah.
So I was going to kind of dive into a power half hour, but I know we all kind of do our own power half hour stuff. If you haven't done a Go for No sheet yet, I know Kelly posted she already filled one up this month. That's my goal today, is to like, look at this, guys. Like I told you, I'm like a terrible coach this month. Like
that's about like mine.
Yeah, like just. And I'm like, oh, I can't hit Success Club. Well, this is why, Ashley, because you're not talking to anybody. Like, so, so that's what I'm doing today. I'm going back through my notebook with people that I needed to follow up with from like December and like the hearts post. I need to go back and do that again. And then the people that I'm about this self-love group. Are
you going to share all the self-love? I'm sorry, I kind of caught the tail end of that. Are you going to share your script and like your post that you did in the team page?
Yep, I just posted in the comments in the chat. There's the
script
for the self-love for one of the groups. And then I'll post my Insta stories in the team page here in a minute. And then I'll post like a link to the other script too that I've used. So yeah, I mean, that's like, again, don't feel like you have to do a group like that, but I love doing that group. I think it's a good, positive, whatever. And if you want to team up and do it together, we can, and schedule posts and stuff like that. But it's bringing out that positivity is really, I think that's kind of what we do.
Is day one going to be the 4th?
February 1st. Like I'm going to start it. It's 28 days of like a daily something to do.
And you'll post the script in group, like in our group.
Yeah. So, and then ideally people journal too. So like in your journal, like write down a positive memory from the past year that felt good. Post a picture of art that makes you feel good. Post a picture of shoes or an outfit that makes you feel good when you wear it. And there's like little images that you can post every day that says that, post a picture of yourself doing a hobby that makes you happy. So, I've always had a lot of good engagement when I do that. It's a daily thing, but that's what I'm conveying in my stories. There's daily affirmations and there's a daily, journal. And I encourage people to purchase a new journal if they don't have one, or get a notebook that they love. And yeah, I think it's a good group. And I might have one person, I might have 10 people. I don't know. But every year that I've done it, I've always had a really good response, with the outcome of the group. And I think if you can work somebody through 21 Day Fix in that time frame, or 21 Day Fix Extreme, then, it kind of gives them a good jump start. And then tell her to do it. Tell her mommy said to do it. Okay. And yeah. And then, just the book club and stuff too, I think is fun. So,
I did I think it was like you are a badass, like love yourself, love your body last year. I probably could pull that script too, whatever, but I did it off of the book, You're a Badass.
Yeah.
But it was the same kind of concept. Just, I really like Jen Sincero's book, just really like resonates with more of my personality and stuff. So I don't know if that's something I can see.
I think I have that script too, because I shared that one with another girl on our team who's doing Love the body you live in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know where that came from.
I mean, there was one that I think you pulled off of another group or whatever, but I like actually pulled chapters out of the book, like not whole chapters, but
I don't know what this one is, because it's like talks about Valentine's Day right at the beginning, but
yeah.
I don't know.
Is it mine? Is it one of mine?
It's like 11 days, but the
Yeah.
other one is like 28 days with like images. Might have
That's
it.
fine.
I can add you guys to my ones from last year. I don't know.
Yeah, I have one from last year too that I can plug anybody into if they want to request to join it. I think I am going to do it on the app though, just because I'm pushing for it on Instagram too, and I don't want to have to. I don't know. I have the conversation with people that like you can log your workouts and your nutrition, and you can track your nutrition, your containers, and I really like that they can toggle between that on the app, and they can use that nutrition app too. So I really don't have anything else today. So anybody else does, go ahead.
Yeah, I'll share something that just you guys were talking about power houring. So I just wanted to share with you what I've been doing that's been working. So like you said, your sheet, you're like, well, I'm not hitting Success Club because I'm not talking to anybody. Step one, just talk to people. But step two, post on social media, right? These are like basics. So I had not been doing that for a long time because I got all in my head about what I should be posting. And then I finally just said, fuck it, and I started posting whatever I wanted. And I'm having a lot of good traction now. And so what I've been doing every day is, like, I have my little notebook where I write everybody's names. So when somebody likes or comments on my post, I write down their name for the following day to follow up or invite. So some of those people I've already invited. So I just write them under the follow-up column. So let me show you. And like this day I broke it down into Facebook and Instagram. Hold on, let me show you a good example where it's a little more organized. Sorry, I'll get there, I promise. Okay, so like this is like January 20th. So all these people, so I just wrote follow up and I make a list of people. These are not the people I have already followed up with. This is the people I need to follow up with who liked or commented on my post from the day before. Okay, so it's just like a pattern every day. Like I write down these people, either I'm gonna follow up with them or I'm gonna invite them. So here's my invites. When I go to do it, I check by their name if I've done it, okay? Yeah. So I have like really basic scripts that I think I got from, I don't even know. It was on a Dream Team Power Hour call one morning. Maybe Alyssa Shoemaker. She kind of like in your face, like blah, blah, blah. Anyways, I have those saved on my notes. I literally have been using the exact same invite script every time. It takes me 5 minutes. I copy and paste it to these people who have commented or liked. It's been so easy. That's how I filled up this sheet so quickly, is because every day I'm inviting like 10 to 15 people.
So do you have people that are liking and commenting? Like what happens when you have the same people every time? Like where, just out of curiosity, where are you getting your new list from?
There's just new people. I don't know, I guess because I'm adding new people every day. Like I said, I just have good momentum right now. I'm not going to say, I don't know why, but I'm just going to.
I haven't been, well, don't change that mindset. To be quite honest, I haven't been using hashtags on my post on Instagram like I should. And I haven't really been liking or like going back and reaching out to people on Instagram like I do on Facebook. So maybe that's where I'm getting people from.
Yeah. And I haven't even really like touched my stories other than when I do like an invite. Like, because I have so many people from just my posts, I'm not even having to go into my stories really to like find new people. Whereas I felt like before I was like struggling to find people. I'm like, nobody is liking or following or anything. But anyways, so I'll send you guys those scripts if you want. Actually, maybe I'll just put them in this chat bar really quick. But I gave them to Sarah, and she said they've been really helping her this week too. And I'm sure you maybe already have them, but I'm literally using like the same one.
Are you?
And like people are nice, like they're responding like, thank you so much for inviting me. Like it's
Are you
weird.
tailoring it or literally just like copying and pasting?
Just copying and pasting. Super easy. Okay, let me send you. Okay, this is the main one this is the one I've been using for invites. And like, I just copy and paste that to everybody who's liked or commented.
You drink all this, I will get you some more. I'm going to come upstairs in just a minute.
That's the same one that I've been using.
Oh, there's Sarah. I thought you were sleeping, Sarah.
Oh, I'm laying on the couch. I don't feel well.
Okay, and then
It's a hangover, but clearly that's not.
okay, so that's the one for the invite. As far as the follow-up one, or like when I send people more information about the group, like when they're like, when they respond to this and they're like, yeah, I'd love more info. I'm gonna show you what I send them after that. And I think I shared this maybe like the other day with somebody. Okay.
Yeah, I'm getting like 2 or 3 people at least a day that want more info that I can follow up with.
Oh, it's not letting me paste it. Hold on. Pooh. Hold on, let me try again.
I think that's like, I mean, that's basically what I say to people. Same thing.
Yeah, no, I'm sure it's like no different. I just,
Yeah, there's really no like special magic words to say.
No, it's
Like, I
just,
mean,
and it's very black and white. Like I just
it's
feel
very
like
just consistent too. Okay, here's half of what I say, and then let me copy the other half. It wouldn't let me do all of it. You're right, Sarah. It's very black and white. It's very easy, direct. Here's what the deal is. Do you want in or not? And so like that's my more info script as far as like, oh, sorry. The one thing says there's some great girls from PCS in the group. That's not part of it. Sorry, I just copied that from something else. But where it starts with the challenge group is an accountability group, that's what I send to everyone. But yeah, so I don't know. It's been good. And then so every day I just write follow-ups and invites. Like, so here are follow-ups and invites from the 21st, and then the 22nd, 23rd. And like, I know if I haven't followed up, if I don't have a check mark by it, so I can go back a couple days and look and see. Like one day I had like a lot of comments and likes, so I didn't invite all of those people. So like it was this day, see I have like all of these people who commented and liked. Some of them have check marks because I invited some of them, because if I invited all of these people I would be doing it for like an hour. Like I still have this whole list of people that I can still invite, so I can go back a couple days, get their name if I don't have anybody new. You know what I mean? Like I didn't post anything yesterday because I suck. So I can invite those people from 2 days ago.
I listened to this call the other day. Robbie, what's his face from the like Midwest Action Academy or something, Robbie Carter. And he had this girl on who was like newly 5-star elite, and like no different from anybody. Like she wasn't this, you know, like fancy Melanie Mitro. Like she was just like a normal chick. And she was talking about how she got to 5-star, and like she's like, even on days that's hard, I still invited 3 to 5 people a day, every single day, 3 to 5 people, no matter what. Like every day I made a point to do that. If I did nothing else for my business, I still did that because that's the one activity that's going to continue to move my business forward. And I think as long as we do that and don't use my Go for No Sheet this month as a reflection of that, but as long as we do that, as long as we commit to, and maybe your like daily is 3 people, but there's 30 days in the month, like that's still 90 people. You're still going to potentially reach your goal if you're having a conversation like this with people 3 times a day. So I think, you know, we overthink it so much. We spend more time overthinking it than we do actually doing it. And when you just do it, like Kelly said, like you just do it. That's just what you do. Then that's where the results come from. And that's what, you know, she's been teaching her coaches. That's what I think we all do anyway. So I think, you know, that's such a big part of this business. You know, of course, yes, you can post all of the things you want on social media all the time, but if you're not doing the behind the scenes stuff, you can't expect your business to grow. And I can attest to that this month because I can post on social media all day long, but if I'm not doing the inviting behind the scenes, I can't expect to hit my goal. So that's why it's the last week of the month and I'm like, oh, I have to do 150 invites this week. And I probably will because I have goals that I want to reach. But this, like doing it daily makes it so much more attainable than waiting until the last minute or waiting until you feel like it, because I've watched plenty of coach stories that, you know, even in their hardest moments, they've not felt like doing it, but they've done it anyway because they know it's going to move their business forward. So I think let's commit to finishing strong. Let's commit to finishing a Go for No Sheet. If we've already done one, let's dive into another one and just see what we can do because it's only going to set us up for success next month. And next month is Team Cup month. So we might as well get all the people interested that we can as of right now. So, Michaela, you look like you're going to say something.
I was just going to say, Kelly, she was talking to you about filling up a second Go for No.
That's what I said. I said, Kelly, get your second Go for No Sheet out and fill it up.
Don't you worry, I'm on it. I am on it.
All right, y'all. So that's all I have. I'm going to go work out here in about 20 minutes. If anybody hasn't worked out and you want to, I will jump on and work out.
I did balance. Week I didn't really do balance since I was really hungover, and I don't know. I want a harder workout.
Yeah, I have to do cut. I didn't do that yet. I'm a day behind, so I think I'm going to do that one. I like the weighted one. I think I'm going to add weights too. I'm going to do the weighted one.
I did ripped and cut yesterday, and I was pissed off because all of the transformers were abs.
Are the transformers different in the weighted workouts than they are in the whatever? When he talks about the bonus workouts, like, is he talking like bonus workouts in addition to or in place of?
I feel like he's talking about in addition to, but on the calendar it says do these in place of.
Because I want to know when I do replace.
Is that a knife and a gun in your hand, by the way?
How I was picking up. How do you keep track of your transformers?
Well, I just write them on my sheet in that day instead of the regular cut work.
But then the next week, if I do the one that's not weighted, then how do I know?
I've been using a different color.
I make a note. I just write on it, like, used weight.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like the different color idea. And, you know, I got me some different color dry erase markers.
Yeah, you probably do.
My kids cleaned up their room, their playroom, and have picked up the basement. So I'm going to go join them. Make my friends back as Mario Brothers.
Oh, fun.
I'll take it.
I'm going to go take some decongestants because I feel like my head is like going to explode. I'm going to take decongestants and then energize, and then my head will actually explode.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. Crackhead. I'll be cranking out 3 Go for No Sheets today.
Yes.
Just watch.
Ladies. I feel like we were productive.
Yeah. Good call. Good call. All right, lovelies. Have a wonderful weekend.
All right, you
Bye,
too.
friends.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Bye, Brooklyn.
See you later.